Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So good to see so many of you this morning. What a lovely morning we've got, right? The sun is shining, the winds are somewhat calm, and there is not a cloud in the sky. So it's so good to see all of you. My name is Tiffany. I'm going to be kind of guiding the ship to start things off this morning. If you could all turn off your cell phones or at least silence them right now, that would be fantastic. I want to welcome anyone who's joining us on Zoom this morning. You're welcome as well. I want to welcome anyone who's returning, anyone who's here every week, anyone who's new. I see Carrie. Good to have you back, Carrie. Yeah. So anyway, we are going to kick things off, as we often do, by acknowledging the native lands on which we gather. The Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities throughout most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. Ho. Thank you. So let's go ahead and lead things off with a song. Thank you, Donna.
If you would please stand. I remind you that we change the music quarterly, so today will be the last day we do this one for a while, so let's give it a go. They're giving it a go. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. The path is there. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. Maybe I'm scared too. Look up ahead, right next to you. Good job. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with good love. Yeah. Good job.
Thank you, Donna. Great job, everybody. All right, so at this point, we're going to do our affirmation. So we're going to actually do it as written, and you know how often I mess with the language in this. So anyway, if you'll join me. We are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. I honor the path that brought you here today. So please say hi to someone, greet them this morning. All right, so here are the things that are happening at the center this week. As you know, 4th of July is right around the corner this coming Saturday. So our July newsletter is going to be in your mail, this Wednesday. So you'll be able to see everything that's going on this month. Our theme for July is the spirit of freedom. So anyway, yeah, exactly. So this coming Saturday from 11 to 1 at the center, the women's group will be meeting. So please bring your thoughts and your... Okay, Saturday is the 4th. I don't actually make the slides. That said, I'm terribly bad at dates. Just trust me, it's this coming Saturday, whatever that date may be. All right, the men's group is also meeting 2 Saturdays this month, on the 11th and the 25th, in the afternoon in person at the center. We are going to have a gratefulness gathering, as we do each month as well, on Saturday, July 18th, from 10:30 to noon, here in person at the center. And I see that David is here today in the back. So if you have any questions about it, please ask him. All right, our next sharing salon is Sunday, July 19th from 2 to 4 at Carol and James's house in Rio Dell. And there is, once again, a really helpful flyer and sign-up sheet on our table about that. Okay, we have a new class this month, and this one is hosted by Edward, and it is called Music Made Simple. And he has talked about it, and this is a free introductory class. You don't need to have any musical ability. You don't need to have an instrument. You just need to come. And it's going to be on Sunday, July 19th, in person, so right after our gathering. So please join us. All right. In September, we're headed to Hawaii to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Angelica's church that she founded there. So this is on the Big Island, on the Hilo side, and the trip is the 22nd to 29th of September. Are you having a gathering? Are you having a meeting about this today or no? Okay. So it says there's a short informational meeting, not today. But Burl and Angelica are putting this together, so both of them can tell you what's going into the planning of that. Okay, so this coming Sunday, there's no potluck. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah. I have to tell you, I don't know why, but my conjecture would be it's a holiday weekend and all of us are going to be running amok around the county. Is that part of it?
Part of it.
Okay.
But I don't remember whether I have a twice nice.
You don't have a twice nice slide.
Okay, anybody else memory kind of weird lately? So, twice nice. The biggest fundraiser of our center is happening on July 10th and 11th, which is 2 weeks away. So we need to start doing some things towards it. Now, as most of you know, and some of you might not, this room becomes a clothing store, a fabric store, bedding store, etc., shoes and purses and all that. The foyer becomes jewelry and collectibles. The social hall becomes everything else, except for the stuff that goes on the outdoors, which is gardening and pets and furniture and whatever. Our basement is like stuffed to the rafters right now.
Away free puppies?
What?
You said pets? Are you giving away free puppies and kittens?
Pet stuff.
Oh,
There's some out there.
yeah.
I don't think they'd go at a twice nice sale. That wouldn't be fair. Unless there's kittens. But then you have to keep me away from them. Anyway, so this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I am going to be here at the center. I want some people to come and play. We're going to, the social hall is starting to get a lot of stuff in it already, so we sort of want to sort it. I'm going to bring the little stickers with the prices on them. We're going to take the round tables down, put the rectangle ones up, so that we can get a start on this, because next week is going to be jamming. I mean, we're going to have so much to do to get ready. But what I know from, I've been here now 12 years, all of the twice nices that we've done so far have been a lot of work, but they've also been a lot of fun. And, you know, it's about looking at stuff. Oh, look at this, you know, kind of thing. I mean, I already noticed that somebody brought a box with a whole bunch of cat books and cat cards and things like that, and I know who did it. And it's almost like, why didn't you give them to me? But anyway. What time on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will you be here? Probably 11 till something. I don't know, it depends on how much we get done each day. So I have a piece of paper over there that says 2N, that's my new abbreviation for twice nice, volunteers. So if you want to volunteer this week or next week or during the event, put your name down there. And if you, oh look, Vanna White is putting up the sign over here. Anyway, I so appreciate everybody. Like I said, this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. And do you know that people are, if I'm here on a Saturday, for instance, or there's a few cars here on a Saturday, inevitably somebody stops by and goes, oh, are you getting ready for your big sale? I mean, we're really well known in the community, so that's great. So thank you, everybody, for your work. Even if you can't help, give us energy, prayers, etc., for the work we're going to be doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelica. All right. Oh, so I want to go back a slide real quick. So no potluck next week, but do wear red, white, and blue if you're so inclined. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I wanted to make sure and get that because, you know, when there's a theme for dressing, that's always a good time. Okay. All right. So our next slide is about Welcome Wellness, a nice thing that we offer in our community. And it is also called teletreatment, and that's Thursday nights at 5 p.m. on Zoom. All right, so if you need to talk to someone after our service, the nice thing about that is that we have practitioners here who can help you. Today, Scott is here, and so is Reverend Angelica. So anyway, everybody form a big, long line after the two of them, and we'll just get through everybody. So also, if you have questions about this philosophy, please, you can talk to them. They are experts in this field. So our little pantry always needs to be fed, so next time you go to the grocery store, if you wouldn't mind picking up a few things, that would be great. And single-serving things are always welcome, especially things with pop-top cans are really helpful. All right. So our theme for June has been the Great Unpacking, which fits really well with Twice Nice, if you think about it. I have to tell you, every time I sit down in my house, I'm like, oh, that could go. That could really go. No, the theme for June was the Great Unpacking. Yeah, this is the last Sunday in June. So, all right, so here comes Donna. Thank you, Donna.
And I invite you to settle into your supportive chair. We'll sing this together. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Blessed are we to be a sanctuary, life expressing sacred truth, with thanksgiving, I remain a living sanctuary for you.
Good morning. As the sole practitioner today, I have been honored to get to do the contemplative meditation, also known as the moment of peace. If you're new to us, what we do is I'm going to read, in this case, a paragraph from each of two different people. We'll give a little bit of thought to it. I will then come out with a prayer. Well, Jackson will play some music for us, and I will come out with a prayer. And as I mentioned at the meditation, pre-service meditation, it's been, without going into too much detail, a wild weekend. I had somebody, because of the Twice Nice sale, and I was cleaning out my closet, I found something I wanted to sell online, listed it online, and somebody scammed me for $1,000. And so needless to say, I was very upset about that. And then that night I ended up in the emergency room. And I am obviously okay, to the point where the doctor said that you have the workup of a 40 to 50-year-old man, which at one point I would have considered an insult, and now I consider an extreme compliment. So what that did is allowed me to, as opposed to feeling angry and complaining about what happened to me, I've been focusing this weekend on the positives that came from that. And at the meditation, I shared some, but what I wanted to do today is share two readings about turning complaints around and then just being grateful. And then there'll be a moment of silence, and then Jackson will play us out, and then I'll close with a treatment, and Jackson will play some more music, and then Angelica will come up. So the first reading is actually from one of the very first books that I read, that we had to read for practitioner training. I don't even know if they do it anymore. It's by T. Harv Eker, and I believe it's called The Millionaire's Mind. I forgot to write down the book title. And in it, he talks about how complaining can hold you back. And we all tend to, I'll speak for myself, I complain. And I think we all do. We get kind of locked up into the ain't it awful thing, which at points is real, but how often is it not? So T. Harv Eker says, and then issues a challenge, Complaining is the absolute worst possible thing you could do for your health or your wealth. The worst. Why? Because the universal law that says what you focus on expands. When you are complaining, what you are focusing on, what's right with your life, or when you are complaining, what are you focusing on? What's right with your life or what's wrong with it? You are obviously focusing on what's wrong with it. And since what you focus on expands, you'll get more of what's wrong. When you are complaining, you become a living, breathing crap magnet. Have you ever noticed that complainers usually have a tough life? It seems that everything that could go wrong does go wrong for them. Which brings us to another point. You have to make darn sure not to put yourself in the proximity of complainers. If you absolutely have to be nearby, make sure you bring a steel umbrella, or the crap meant for them will get you too. He then issues a challenge, and I tried it, and it isn't easy. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to not complain at all. Not just out loud, but in your head as well. But you have to do it for the full 7 days. Why? Because for the first few days, you may still have some residual crap coming out of you from before. Unfortunately, crap, that's a spiritual term, unfortunately, crap doesn't travel at the speed of light, you know. It travels at the speed of crap. So it might take a while to clear out. For people who are not used to our center, we don't use typical language. On the other end of that, Maya Angelou, from her book, Wouldn't Take Nothing for My Journey Now, she talks about how staying grateful completely changes how you experience life. Her paragraph, let gratitude be the pillow upon which you kneel to say your nightly prayer, and let faith be the bridge you build to overcome evil and welcome good. You may not be able to control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Do not complain. Make every effort to change things you do not like. If you cannot make a change, change the way you have been thinking. You might find perspectives you have never considered before. As for knowing, we are grateful for the knowledge that we understand everything is energy. All there is through the entire universe is energy, all coming together, separating, and coming together again to form whatever the universe devises and creates, but it is all energy, from us to the most faraway nova that could ever be. It is energy. We also know that thoughts are merely energy, and therefore it stands to reason that our thoughts are part of the universe, and our thoughts interact with the universe in the same way that any other energy does. So as I put my thoughts together and put them out into the universe, knowing that they will attract back the energy that they put out, I have a choice. I can complain and bring back more. I can be grateful and bring back more. And the more that I look around and I see those items, those events, those people, those things that I am grateful for, the more the law of attraction brings more to me, and the more I have to be grateful for. So I spend as much time as I can being grateful, showing gratitude, giving thanks, and just being happy for what it is that I have, even if it isn't what I expected it to be. So I release this gratitude, this joy, this thankfulness, and this expectation of more through my thoughts into the law of the universe, knowing that they are going to come back to me multiplied several-fold, beyond anything I can imagine. And for that, too, I shall be grateful. And together with gratitude, we say, and so it is. Thank you, Jackson. And now we are grateful for Reverend Angelica, who will deliver our message.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I know that our attendance is a little light this morning, but I wanted I want us to know, for all those people that are now experiencing, I don't remember what Lori called it, but it's like a head cold kind of a thing. I mean, quite a few of us have gotten ill over the past week. So it was interesting hearing about Scott's adventures this week. And I had some adventures myself, so I'm going to share them with you this morning. One thing was I decided that it was time to vacuum my living room. Now, since I broke my arm, I have not done it as often as I normally do because it hurts. So I drag out the vacuum, and my cats apparently decided it was time to play. So Apollo, who's a Tonkinese, he sat on the cat tree acting like supervisor. He was doing these weird meows, and it was bizarre. But Sandy, my big fat cat, she kept moving into the places that I wanted to vacuum. As soon as I'd move her out of the way, and then I'd go over here to vacuum, she'd run over there and lay down. It was bizarre. And Curly, the tabby, he was determined that the electrical cord to the vacuum was the best toy, and it had been put there solely for his entertainment. So I tried to negotiate with them, so that I could get this job done, and I found myself laughing about it. And one of the things that I realized today is about leave room for joy. We talked a lot this past month about what to unpack, what to let go of. And so now I want us to start, filling up those spaces with joy. And so what I realized was that Joy doesn't always arrive after we've finished our work. Sometimes it interrupts our work. And so my question for you is, do you make room for it? Do you make room for joy? So the cats don't care if the carpet is vacuumed. They simply inhabit the moment. And it occurred to me that they might understand something that I forget. Joy doesn't have to be earned. Think about that for a minute. Joy doesn't have to be earned. And you know, as I'm thinking about all this stuff, you know, I must say that everything that I do or happens around me or whatever becomes metaphysical. So what I realized was that I felt like maybe my 3 cats are better practitioners of living in the now than I am. So we've unpacked fear, old stories, resentments, expectations, everything that no longer serves us. So now that we've unpacked these things, what are we making room for? And what I hope you decide is that you're making room for more joy. Because joy is one of the ways spirit expresses itself through us. Emma Curtis Hopkins wrote, "The joyous heart is a healing presence." The joyous heart is a healing presence. Notice she didn't say the joyous heart is a reward. She says it's a healing presence. And that's a beautiful distinction. So earlier the week, I had another unexpected aha, and those of you who get my Friday message read about it, but I'm going to share just a tiny bit about it again. So I had been looking, I opened my phone and, you know, was scrolling, and all of a sudden I'm on Amazon, and I didn't even go there. I mean, didn't intentionally go there, but I was on a page that was all supplements. And, you know, I've heard about creatine and various different supplements that seem to be the new thing. And so when I'm looking at these supplements, I looked at those, and then I thought, wow, maybe there's something that might help my back. Because ever since I broke my arm, which has been a year ago, June, if I stand too long or walk too far or whatever, my back seizes up, and it's rather painful. So here I am looking at all this stuff, and I became overwhelmed with all the options there are, not knowing whether this is good or that's good, or, you know, oh, that's expensive, whatever. And I decided, oh, to hell with it. I'm going to go outside and play with my roses. And so I'm out there, and I'm deadheading the flowers and, you know, trimming back branches and doing the things that you do when you really love your rose bushes. And all of a sudden, I realized my back was not hurting. I had been standing there playing with these rose bushes, and I did not hurt. I can also stand here for 20, 25 minutes every Sunday, and my back doesn't hurt. And then I found myself asking, what's different? What's different about this? And the answer sort of surprised me. What I realized was when I'm with my roses or standing here, I'm completely present with something I love doing. Something I love doing. Then yesterday I had another thing end up happening. One of my birth sisters called after reading my Friday message. She asked how my arm was doing, and then she told me she had broken the left arm. I broke the right one. She had broken the left one the same exact way. And her back had been doing the same thing. And so we talked about it for a bit, and then we just ended up laughing. I mean, you know, she also told me that she had had a hip replacement, and I said, don't tell me that, I'm not going to copy that move. But we start laughing. And so with this conversation, now most of you know that I was adopted, didn't really know my birth family until much later in life. But something wonderful happened with that conversation. When I got off the phone, I realized I was no longer thinking of them as, I have 3 siblings, as my birth siblings, I was thinking their family. Now, that might not sound like a big thing to you, but it is a big thing to me, who went through getting adopted and not experiencing a very good childhood, etc. So this idea of having, real family was really amazing to me. So what I realized is that one simple Friday message opened a door. Curiosity became a connection. And that's how spirit works. You get curious about something. Somebody not long ago told me that I was too curious because I ask about everything. I mean, even as a kid, I can remember this scene flashed in my head where the family my adopted family were sitting at the California Club in Los Angeles having dinner, and the wine man came up to the table, and he's talking to my parents, and all of a sudden I say, and I must be 7 maybe, "Why does he have gold teeth?" And my mother, at that point, pointed toe high heels were the fashion. And she kicks me under the table because I shouldn't have said that. But that was my curiosity, right? I'd never seen anybody with gold teeth. So I've been this way my whole life. So what I noticed, too, this month, and you see, as I told you last week, I am a perpetual student. I do what I do because I'm continually opening up to this greater idea of spirit, greater idea of me. I'm always learning. And what I realize is that this month, while we've been focusing on unpacking, I am unpacking things without feeling the pain of unpacking them. And to me, that's a really big thing. Because years ago, I thought spiritual growth meant digging deeper and deeper and deeper into the old wounds. And now I'm discovering something different. It's not always about digging deeper. Sometimes it's about becoming lighter because we've stopped carrying what no longer belongs to us. Perhaps the deepest spiritual work isn't becoming burdened with more understanding. Perhaps the deepest spiritual work is becoming transparent enough for divine light to shine through us. And then you know what happens when you're allowing divine light to shine through us? What I've noticed is that all these amazing things start happening. People are kind, people are more courteous, people are compassionate. There's more joy in our lives. And then it came to me, how often do we postpone joy? We think, I'll be joyful when the house is clean. I'll be joyful when the bills are paid. I'll be joyful when the world settles down. I was talking to somebody yesterday about this feeling I'm beginning to have of feeling joyful, even though it looks like all hell is breaking loose around us. And that's not appropriate, I was told. And I told them, it's done unto you as you believe. That's what the master teacher told us. So if I believe that the world is going to hell, it is. If I believe that I can stand in the light, with a capital L, and allow myself joy, then that's what's going to happen. Yes, things are happening out there, but we don't have to keep postponing joy. We can have joy right now. And what else I realized was joy isn't a reward for getting everything done. It's one of the ways we have strength to keep going. Included in joy, of course, is what I've been telling you for years, I think, that the best way to experience it is to be grateful. Like Scott said this morning, be grateful for what's happening in your life. Look for things to be grateful for. Jesus also said, I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. And when I was contemplating that phrase the other day, I came into this understanding that abundant life isn't only about having more. It's about noticing more. It's about noticing beauty and kindness and laughter and gratitude and wonder and joy. And while I was thinking about that phrase, and doing chores and things, and chores have never been a happy thing, right? Chores are a have to do kind of thing. I thought about Brother Lawrence. And Brother Lawrence was a monk who did the lowliest jobs in the monastery, but he used them as a form of prayer. He found God while washing the dishes. I seem to find spirit when tending my roses. So perhaps you find spirit when you're cooking, knitting, golfing, fishing, fixing something, playing with a grandchild, or sharing coffee with a friend. The activity isn't the sacred part, our presence is. Remembering who we are. Remembering that since all there is this divine energy, Scott was just calling it energy this morning, but I call it divine energy. Since all there is that, and that everything, absolutely everything, is made up of this divine energy, then our whole being is part of that energy, our presence. And so I started writing the word presence with a capital P, because it too is God. Everything is God. There isn't anything but God. And so I invite you this week to make room for joy, or to leave room for joy, as the talk title says. And as you allow yourself to notice the beauty around you, whether it's the beautiful morning we're having today, or whatever it might be in your pet or your spouse or whatever, the beauty, there's beauty everywhere. And in that noticing of beauty, take time to ask yourself, what is life showing me here? And that life is a capital L, divine life. What is life showing me here? Years ago, I came up with an acronym for joy. It's just open yourself. Think about that. When we're busy doing, we tend to constrict our energy. But when we're allowing ourselves to be grateful, when we're allowing ourselves to see the love that's everywhere around us, when we're allowing ourselves to see all the things that there are to be grateful for, we have to open ourselves up to it. What I felt as I was contemplating this was that joy has probably been knocking on the door all along, but we've been too busy to answer it. And now it's time. So the great unpacking this month wasn't about creating an empty life. It's about creating space for a fuller one. A life with more love, more freedom, more light, more joy. And so let's go into prayer. How grateful I am to recognize that all there is this one divine energy that is in, through, and as everything, including us. That it became us to experience life as us. And this energy responds to both our thoughts and our feelings. So if we're paying attention to chaos, then it says, oh, more chaos here. If we're paying attention to love, to kindness, to warmth, to joy, it says, oh, have some more. And so we celebrate this idea. It's done unto us as we believe. So I choose right now to speak this word, changing our belief from one of have-tos to get-tos, from one of letting go of all of the chaos and starting to see all there is to be grateful for. There is so much to be grateful for, regardless of appearances. And so as we open ourselves up to accept this truth, the whole universe rushes forward to give us experiences that prove its truth. So I declare we're ready. We're ready to experience more joy. We just open up. Open ourselves to experiencing divine joy every day in every way. And so we're grateful for that. Absolutely grateful that we can change our mind, change our path, change our transition any way we choose at any time. And now we choose joy. And so I let go of this word. I know that it's moving into this universal presence that is responding to us so willingly, so delightfully, that I know that this week is a really good week. A week filled with experiences that prove that the universe always has our back, that the universe is love, that this energy is experiencing itself in, through, and as us with more joy than ever before. So with a grateful heart, I let go and let God, and so it is. Donna is our musician this morning. Let's give her a hand.
Got a hitch in my get along here. How about this group? They're pretty good. God's calling somebody. That's not my key, otherwise I'd start.
I was listening to the music.
There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I say, if you're discouraged, struggling to make through another day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light, and my heart is open wide. Yeah. Yes, I'm only here for God. When the moments in your life you think you've got to do it all for yourself, remember who you are is sufficient. Remember all you ever need is at hand. All you must do if you're discouraged get yourself out of your own way. You've got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release, I let go, I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Come back, Donna. Come back. By popular demand.
Oh. Oh, all right. That was great, Donna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we were your backup singers, too.
I heard that. That was very
We were like, oh, we know
good.
this song. All right, so now we're going to share our gifts. If you'll join me, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond. And so it is.
Lift up your boot. There we go. Lift up your boots and we'll groove on down to our knocked out shack by the edge of town. There's an 8-piece combo that just won't quit. Keep rocking till you see the moonlight lit and fall in there. And you'll see some sights down at the house of blue lights. Get back time and we'll cut some rug while we dig those jams while they should be dug. It's a homecoming for all them cats. Keep going till the muck come back and fall in there. And you'll see some sight down at the house of blue lights, yeah. There's fryers, broilers, Detroit barbecue ribs, but the treat of the tree is when they serve up those fine 8 beats. You wanna spend the rest of your brights down at the house of blue lights. Yes, yeah, you wanna spend the rest of your brights down at the house of blue lights. Yeah.
On behalf of our center, I accept these gifts gratefully, and I acknowledge the joy and the gratitude with which they are given. And I know that they will bless this center and extend through our center and out into the community and beyond. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. All right, is there someone who would be willing to come up and read our community statement of inclusion? Great, thank you.
We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, and remains learners and listeners so we may grow together. And we understand that oneness is not sameness. Together, We know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
Well done. Thank you, Louise. Also remind the ensemble, immediately after service, we will be rehearsing. And if you have an inkling about singing, please join us. We will be performing what we're doing today next week. So there. And if you please join a big circle around the room, we will sing the peace song together. And give some consideration. I'm in charge of the textiles room in here for the Twice Nice. I would love to work with you. Go, Jeff. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, what all are we? Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, this is the moment now. Yes, this is my joyous love. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.